Hi everyone. I thought we should take the opportunity this week to look forward. Let's have a think about what the future may hold for tourism in Queensland and the focus that TEQ is taking in leading our organisation and working with you through that challenge that's going to be ahead of us. We have 6 key pillars that we're focused in on, and that we're using this opportunity to turn over every stone and make sure that we are making the most of this challenge and crisis that we've all faced over recent months. Notwithstanding that we don't know when the borders are going to relax, when social distancing is going to be loosened, and when we're going to be able to leave our homes and enjoy what is around us, what's in our state and what's over our borders. But what we do know is we need to be ready for that. So that's what we've been focused on. So firstly, we're focused on the demand pillar. We have done a lot of work over the last 12 months about what brand Queensland should evolve to. This notion of Queensland being a place where when you come, it's good for you as a person and good for yourself, but it's also good for the planet. We're looking at our target market and our traveller. So we've always thought that we have a really good balanced portfolio of markets, but is it right for the future now? So we're going to have a really good look at the portfolio of markets and make sure that we've got that balance right. We're also going to have a really good look at the high value traveller. We've focused in on that segment a lot, but has that changed now in a post-COVID world? What does value really mean? What is the traveller looking like? And to a degree in the past, we've focused very strongly on the leisure traveller. Are there more segments that we need to focus on? Are there more niches within that leisure traveller that we can really help us open up the funnel and talk to more people to encourage them to come to Queensland? As we know, as the borders open, it will be an intrastate first focus. It will then be followed by our interstate and then eventually international in a staggered way as the borders open. We need to be ready over the next short period for intrastate, longer period for those longer haul markets, to be ready to go back into those markets. But in the meantime, to stay in touch with those consumers so that Queensland is staying front of mind. So then we move on to events, and we've been affected. We've probably had about 100 events so far affected in our portfolio that we've been working with. But what is really important in the events portfolio is that we have a strong calendar of events in the years to come. So we're working with those event proponents to ensure that they can come back into our calendar and looking for new opportunities. In the meantime, we're working with operators who are keen to do virtual events, for operators who are looking at the ways that, and working with operators to support them in ways that they can ensure that as the mass gathering bans relax, how do they hold events where you are bringing a great number of people together? We know that it'll be local first, it'll be local, it'll be community, and then as the relaxations back or come into play, then we'll be able to go to a wider audience. But certainly a Queensland calendar for Queenslanders is our first opportunity. We're also looking at our experiences and our experience design and development framework and how we work with you and support you to ensure that the experience that you have aligns with the brand of Queensland, but also in a post-COVID world, what are the things that are going to be required in each of our operations to ensure that the consumer feels safe and secure and trusts us, that we're going to deliver them an experience that is worthy of them travelling all the way around the world for. So that experience design work that we're going to do will work very closely with the regional tourism organisations in working with you on that experience design, and also use the opportunity to have a look at our Best of Queensland Experiences program. And is there a way that we can tweak that program to reinforce the key characteristics that the consumer of the future is going to be looking for in a post-COVID world? Aviation is key. It's on the top of everyone's minds this week, probably more than others, but it is key. Australia is a long way away, and Queensland in particular is a regionally diverse state from a tourism perspective. So regional networks, Queensland, Australian networks, domestic networks are really important, as are our international connections. So we're actually starting meetings with our internationally focused airports today and with the relevant RTOs, and we'll continue to work with them to develop a plan, a strong plan that can help us ensure that we have a strong domestic and international network into the future. and that we can grow capacity again to equal and hopefully exceed in times the route development that we had pre-COVID. Research is key to everything that I've spoken about. Our research team is looking at consumer sentiment, we're social listening, we're looking at the forward bookings, we are doing all of that research to underpin the work that we know is going to be needed to underpin our demand, our events, our experiences and our aviation work. What are the macro and microeconomic changes that we'll see post-COVID? What are the desires of the consumer going to be? Where are they going to come from? What are the triggers for their travel? And how do we best talk to them in the future? We'll look forward to sharing that work with you as it gets worked through. And finally, underpinning all of that is our stakeholder and industry engagement. This gives us an opportunity this time where unfortunately you don't have customers in your businesses, but what gives us time to work with you to ensure that you understand this work that we're doing and you're able to give us input and ensure we're heading in the right direction to be able to deliver for your business. We look forward to reigniting our conversations with industry program, but this time virtually. So in partnership with the regional tourism organisations, we look forward to the opportunity of coming out and talking to you about each of those pillars that I've just talked about very briefly. And also, I think we really need to use this time to engage with our communities, to remind them of how important tourism is to the community, not just from an economic sense, which we often talk about in a job sense, but more importantly, that value of that human connection and those people coming in through their communities. The issue and the crisis that we've had has put a dampener to that, and we need to give our communities confidence that and work with them to ensure that we're ready to welcome visitors when they're ready to come back into our regions. So that's a short snapshot of everything that's going on at TQ at the moment, looking into the future. I know the team is also very, very focused at communicating with you and listening to your needs and what you need to help you get through this period. We've spoken to over 1,000 operators over the last couple of weeks and are feeding all of that information through to the department and other government departments. So thank you so much for keeping in touch. We'll keep that communication chain open, but I just wanted to also let you know that we are focusing in on what the future will hold. Have a good week. Thank you.